National headlines have said that the real estate market was going to decrease in value by 20% over and over and over at the beginning of the year. They have since adjusted that more towards appreciation of around 4%. I have been saying, since 2023 that we're really going to see moderate appreciation to being flat, maybe a little bit of appreciation, maybe a little bit of depreciation, but basically a flat 2023. But what is the market doing? Dive in the data with me. I love to geek out on the charts and the numbers and show you what is going on in our local Tulsa area market. Today, I am going to look at the stats for Tulsa County as a whole, and we're going to check out specifically Broken Arrow, Bixby, Tulsa, and Jinx today. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Tulsa, Oklahoma and the surrounding suburbs, then tap that little bell notification and subscribe so you can be the first to know what is going on in our local Tulsa area real estate market. I'm Sabrina Shaw, a local real estate agent here in Tulsa, and my team and I get calls every single day from people just like you who need help making that move to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And let me tell you, we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, jump on a Zoom call, and we would love to help you make that seamless move to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, so let's dive in. These are the statistics from April of 2023. And so the MLS puts out these statistics every month, and they're always a month behind. So even though this is May, this is what happened in April. And these come out on the 10th of each month. And so this is a quick snapshot, and we're also going to dive into my actual MLS screen, and I'm going to show you some charts and graphs there that we can geek out on a little bit too. And then I will show you some real-time active, pending and closed listings to be able to give you a really good idea of what our market looks like in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like I said, if you look at the headlines, experts, so-called experts, if you really knew what you're talking about in real estate, we knew that the market wasn't going to drop 20%. But what is it? Uncertainty sells, scary headlines sell. So you can take any kind of data and twist it in ways that make it seem like the sky is falling. And so I think that is what the news and mainstream media, have done with housing. But let's dive in and look at the real numbers. And Tulsa is mirroring a lot of the national, what's going on nationally, except we still really have a strong market. And yes, did our market slow considerably for a little bit? Yes, it did. Not as much as some of the other parts of the nation. It's always stayed strong, but it's definitely picking up speed again. And this is a spotlight, of what is going on. So closed listings are down 27%. Last year at this time in April 2022, there were 938 homes that had closed in April. This year, 683 homes closed. Pending listings, that means homes that have gotten a contract accepted on them and are no longer available, active on the market. So last year at this time, it was 1,022. And this year was 878, so down 14%. So considerably compared to last year, 41% difference right there, which is, considerable. New listings are also down 20%. So last year at this time we had, roughly 1,300 homes coming on the market in April, whereas this year we've only had 1,000. Average list price. Now this is up 8%. So at this time last year, the average list price was $294,800, and this year it's $318,500. So it is up. The average sales price, so this is what a home is listed at. The average sales price in April of 2022 was $297,000 roughly, and in April of 2023 it's $314,000. So up 5.5%. Now this is important, and this is something that I really want you to notice, is the average percent of selling price to list price. So what does a home go on the market for, and what does it sell for? In 2022, the average was 101%, 0.5, so almost 102%. This year it's 99.29, so almost 100%. So you've got to think about that, and I'm going to dive deeper into that data by sales price and bedrooms. But you have to think about that when you're thinking about making offers. And remember, this is an average. So there are homes that are listed way too high and go down considerably. And there are even homes that are listed low and go up considerably. So it's just an average of the data, but roughly 1%. So if you think about our average sales price of $313,000, 1% of that is about $3,000, a little over $3,000. You can't expect to get a ton off of list price. And I think that that is something that home buyers have done. I read an article that, millennials think that the market is still going to crash and drop. And because of those headlines, that we were going to see 20% decline in the housing market. And certainly there were a few areas that had appreciated, really fast into crazy amounts that did see a 20% decline, but that was few. Geez, I just read an article and I think it said 85, I don't know. I'm not going to quote something that I don't remember, but I've got a slide somewhere that I'll pull up on, at some other point. Not on this video. Okay. But my point being is, you've got to get into the game. Now experts are saying that, the bottom has dropped from the housing market. They've lost about as much as they're going to lose, and we're starting to see increased appreciation. And again, that's supply and demand, which I'm going to show you more in a second. Average days on market has increased quite a bit, 153%. When you look at that, in 2022, the average days on market was 11. In 2023, it was 28. But I want to show you this. I pulled up April 2019 data because 2019 was our last normal year. And so when we were in 2019, we were in a normal market. We were in a good housing market, a strong housing market. And this is days on market was 39 days, was the average days on market. And the year before that, it was 45. So, we're still under days on market, what we were at, a great time in the industry before the pandemic. If you look at, this is interesting too. Well, closed listings, 1,116. That mirrors 2022. Our 2023 is still low. Let me see if there's anything else I want to compare to that. New listings. And so in 2019, we were starting to see it was a seller's market. There was less inventory. And you can see end of the month inventory was 3.5 months. And so in April, they had 1,711 homes on the market. And remember, this year, we just have 1,000. So they were, we're already in a deficit then. This is something else I want to show you. Look at this. In April 2019, end of month inventory of all the houses available in Tulsa County was 3,500. We're at 1,485, 2,000 difference. And again, that was a good market. So the reason that we're just not going to see a huge decline in prices is supply and demand. There is simply not enough housing available for the buyers who want to buy. And you've got to think of all the people who have these fantastic interest rates that have all this great equity. They're not wanting to give up their rates. And, it's a really hard choice. And so I am talking myself out of listings left and right, because sometimes when I go on a listing appointment, I talk to them and I talk to sellers and be like, real estate makes the most millionaires. This could be your first investment house. Do you have the ability to turn this house into a rental and buy without selling your house? Because giving up that interest rate is so hard. So you really could put yourself in a strong financial position. If your house doesn't fit you anymore and you need to move or you want to move, don't necessarily give up your great interest rate, get a rental property. That's a great thing to do, have somebody paying your mortgage and building equity, for your kids' college fund. Definitely something to think about. Okay. So end of month inventory, 1,485, 32% less than end of month inventory here in 2022. Now, month supply of inventory in April 2022 is 2 months, basically. April now, 1.89 months, so less than this time last year. Now, last year it was so competitive, had multiple offers, and we're still having multiple offers here. It's just not as competitive, and that is because interest rates rose so quickly, and at the rate they are, it's higher and housing is less affordable. So there are less buyers that can afford homes. If we had, it would be crazy if we had the buyers in the market that were here at this time last year, like this would be almost nothing. So that's what that is. But okay, I want to just dive a little bit deeper and look at a couple of things, a couple of data points. Okay, here we go. All right, if you are a first-time home buyer, or if you are looking to buy, investment property, long-term rentals, $125,000 to $225,000. 3 bedrooms is less than a month's supply of inventory. 4 bedrooms is 1 month's supply of inventory. 5 bedrooms is 2.29, and you might be saying, well, why is that higher? Because any house that's a 5-bedroom house between that price range is probably needing quite a bit of work, and probably a lot of people aren't in the market to do that much work. Okay, 225 to 325, again, less than a month, a little over a month, 1 month, less than a month. Okay, so you are super competitive in that early price range. So you need to keep that in mind. Okay, 325 to 450. Now, remember that a balanced market is 5 to 6 months supply of inventory. Okay, 6 months and above is a buyer's market, and below 5 months is a seller's market. So 3.45 and 2.44, and I'm just doing the 3 and 4 bedrooms. You guys can see, the 1 to 2 and the 5 bedrooms, but still seller's market. Start to get balanced at a 3-bedroom between 450 and 525. That pretty much is a balanced market right there. Are you going to get crazy concessions? No. But, are you going to get some? Yes. And I'm not saying that you won't get concessions. If you look at a house, even in this price range, if it's been on the market, 13 plus days, then, you could get some, the chances of you being able to get something off the sales price or, some closing costs paid or things like that are more possible. Okay. 525 to 725, balanced market. Okay. And 725 and up, basically a balanced market. Now, one other thing I want to show you, okay, is percent sales price. So 125 to 175, a 3-bedroom, 99.91% average. Okay, so you're basically, you're gonna have to pay list price or a little bit more. Even though it's not showing above, you've got to know that that's an average. I know just from experience that those houses, are going somewhat above. Not totally crazy, but they are going above. 4 bedrooms, 96.6. And again, I would say that 4-bedroom is because in that price range, a 4-bedroom house is probably going to need some work. Same with down here. So 175 to 200, 3-bedroom, you're at 101%, 4-bedroom, 98% basically, 2 to 300, 3-bedroom, 99.6, 4-bedroom, 97.9. So basically 98. So, if you think about that, 2%. So 300,000, 2% of 300,000 is $6,000. Now, is there a possibility to get more off? Yes. I got a house recently under contract for relocation buyers in Oregon. We got $15,000 under asking price. And then on the same token, I had a house go under contract for $20,000 over asking with an appraisal gap. So it's just, we're seeing, full circle, both sides. 300 to 375, almost 99, almost 99. 375 to 525, 98.6, 98.89. So you've got 1.5%, to possibly play with if it's been on the market a little bit. And then that 525 and up is 98 and 99. So what I'm wanting to show you here is it's not a drastic difference in list price. So there are people thinking because the market slowed, they can come in and get, offer 30,000 less and get it accepted and get closing costs. And you just need to be realistic. So it is important to look at what's going on in your price range, to go over, what homes are selling for, so you can have an accurate assessment for your expectations to know, you don't want to be wasting your time and looking at houses that, you're not going to get an offer accepted. If you do want that lower below list price, you really need to look at homes that have been on the market a little bit longer. Okay, that is all we're going to look at there. And let's go to some live data. Okay. So we are looking at the average sales price, and I put in Tulsa, Jinx, Bixby, and Broken Arrow, and that's all that it will let me put in. Okay, so I put it back 5 years just for you to see what the average sales price was back in 2019, like I said, the normal year, Broken Arrow was 197, Bixby 252, Jinx 289, Tulsa 204. That's pretty much the same. You still have Jinx and Bixby as your highest areas. I also like to look at Creek County and Owasso, but I only have 4 here right now, so this is what I'm choosing to look at. But this is monthly, and I'm going to go back by 6 months, and I'm going to go back by 12 months. So in the past month, Tulsa saw a 1% decline, okay, on 292,000. That's roughly $3,000. Jinx saw a 4% increase. On a $400,000 house, that's $16,000. Bixby 3.7, roughly, the same numbers. Broken Arrow, a 10% increase at $339,000, which is, $33,000. But that's just month over month. So you can't just just looking at month over month doesn't give you the full picture, because the market has changed so much in 12 months. And so I think I was saying this earlier, as the experts were saying, we had so much appreciation, for a while, but what we were going to see is maybe a little bit of appreciation, a little bit of depreciation, and really just kind of rounding out for flat. Like I said, they did say the numbers have bottomed out, and we're starting to see that 3% appreciation again. And I think they're calling for around 4 to 5% appreciation when, for 2023 altogether, which still beats the average, because, average before, pre-pandemic homes, you could count on about 3% appreciation a year. Again, still the thing about real estate investing is when you're renting, you have somebody paying your mortgage. So even though you might be only gaining 3% equity a year, you're still you're not the one putting into that. Of course, there's, repairs and things that you have to budget for, but there's also tax benefits to that. So if you're thinking about investing, talk to me. Okay, so let's just go. I don't want to do a rolling 3 months. Let's look at 6 months. Okay, so 6 months, Tulsa, remember, it was a negative percentage. So it's at 0.2%. Jinx, 0.49% appreciation. Bixby, 0.8% appreciation. And Broken Arrow, 0.12%. Then when we pull that to a year, the past rolling months, we see, and remember, this is because we still have those great months in there. As the year progresses, this will go down when I do 12 months. Like if you watch my market update every month, as the year progresses, the appreciation will go down. So Tulsa at 6.9%, Jinx at 6.8%, Bixby at 11.7%, and Broken Arrow at 15.3%. Okay, so I want to do one other thing. I'm going to go back to the monthly. So what the average sales price is now, and I want to get into some live data to look at for what the average sales price is and see, look at a few that are active, look at some that have gone pending, how long that took, and closed sales in that price range. And, just dig a little deeper into that to see kind of an actual case study. So Broken Arrow, 340,000 roughly. So go here, Broken Arrow, 48 matches. There we go. Okay, so active, we've got a new construction. Oh, and this is where I want to talk about the days on market, okay? New construction, they put the pre-construction phase on early. So even though it shows 179 days on market, you can't say, oh, this has been on the market forever, because it hasn't. It's probably just now move-in ready. So new construction, you can't think of that same frame of thought. Okay, $339,900, 10 days on market, 1,883 square feet, built in 2005, 1.5 acres, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, is in Wagner County. So your taxes are going to be a little bit cheaper. Let's take a look at this. So that's been on the market 10 days. The Highlands. Okay, this was built in 2016. First day on the market, 342,000, 185 per square foot. But you got, basically a little bit under a quarter lot, 1,848 square feet. Let's check that out. Now we're going to go to pending. I just wanted you to see a couple things on the market. Okay, this house was on the market for 8 days, 7 days before it went under contract. It was listed for $339,000, 2,722 square feet, built in 1970, almost a half-acre lot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Let's check this house out. Okay, so that was on the market 7 to 8 days. When a house is pending, we can't see what it went under contract for. We won't know that till it closes. That's why I like to look at closed data so we can actually see what the home went under contract for. It looks like a great house. This is actually an area, Indian Springs area, where you can get, you can get a good house. A lot of these houses people have bought and have rehabbed, or you could buy lower. There's still houses in there, that need updated. It's a decent neighborhood to get a pretty good deal in. Okay, let's see here. We'll go for 14 days to see if I can, nope, didn't get anything. There's one. All right, so this home closed 21 days on the market. See, this is a good case study. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2019 home, 0.21 acres, 2,293 square feet. It was listed for $349 and went for $340. So roughly 3% off, a little, between 2 and 3% reduction. It's a nice house. If you hear scratching, I've got the girls up in the laundry room. For one, I'm grand sitting my bloodhound dog, and she howls. And then the girls, if they see anything, they're just gonna be playing with each other and making noise. So if you do hear them, they're in the laundry room right now. Which they want to come out with the video, but we're getting closer. Okay. So that's Broken Arrow. And if this is useful for you, if you like me doing this, give this a like, comment of, anything you'd like me to pull deeper in. If you'd like me going through each town, I think it's valuable. I'd love to know your thoughts. If there's another video you want me to do, I'd love to know that too. Okay, Bixby, 394,000. So, 2 matches. Let's see what we've got here. These are probably active. Yeah, this house just came on the market today. Oh, let me read you the stats. 2,727 square feet, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 0.22 acres, $19.95, $144 per square foot. Such a cute house. I go through these pictures fast, but I just want you to get an idea. I like that. So they did a really good job with this. I bet you this one will go under contract quickly. We've got a 5-bedroom there. Okay, I've got to get us some pendings and solds. So I'm going to change the price. Let's see what happens when I go up to 400. Okay, this is going to be active. Okay, we've got some pending. All right, so this went pending at $399. When a house goes pending, that means it's under contract. Update the paint and the cabinets, paint the cabinets, paint the walls. You could probably keep the flooring, restain the flooring. That's a nice house. 2,600 square feet, small lot, 0.16 acres, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But look, days on market, 1. They must have messed up here when they initially put it. It should have probably been coming soon. I've got to find it. We don't have any closed sales, so I'm going to try to find us a closed sale. Okay, this is interesting. We can dig into this quite a bit, maybe. There's a couple things I want to check out, so I'll just, go through my thought process with you. List price was $399. It was on the market 166 days. That's a lot. But look, it sold for $396. They didn't pay any closing cost. 3,100 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2005. Okay, in a second, I'm just looking at this real quick. Flooring, paint, easy fix. That's a decent house. Okay, I am going to look at, what the price was originally. Okay, see, they way overpriced it. And that's what happens. Like, your first days on market are so important, your first weeks on market, and pricing it appropriately is so important. So it's stuck on the market so long because they had it overpriced. And then, if they would have had it priced right to begin with, it would have sold a lot faster and probably for more money, but they just had it way above. So $430, you can't do that anymore. Like, that is one thing about this market is buyers, they'll pay for a good deal deal, but they're not going to overpay. Knowing it's in multiple offers, we'll see them overpay, but you want that price to really reflect what the house should be. Okay, that was interesting to me anyway. And this next house on the market 60 days, $399,900, sold for $400,000. No closing costs were paid. 3,000 square feet, 1 acre, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I want to look at this one too and see, what the what the price started out as. Okay. I mean, this one needs some updates. We do have an acre, in that 400,000 price range, and these updates don't look so hard, but let's again look at that history. It started out at $399,900. They weren't going to take less, and this is a good one to talk about too. You got to prepare yourself for that. Some people are like, oh, I'll sell it, but we're not desperate to sell. This is what we want for it. And if it's worth it, like if the comps say that's worth it, some people will hold back. So 60 days on market, and look, it still didn't go under. So that's a good little case study too. All right, and Jinx, 403,000, 3 matches. Okay, all right, this is something good to talk about. This is contingent. So when a house is contingent, that means that the sellers have accepted an offer, but they can still actively market the property. The buyers that have a contract on the house have a house that they have to sell. And until they get their house under contract, then the offer remains contingent. So if another buyer came in and wanted this house, they could put in an offer. Now the sellers don't have to take it, but the sellers could then, if they like that offer, then they could tell that buyers that have the contingent offer that they have 24 to 48 hours to come up with financing. And if they don't, then they are going to release the contract. Pretty house. Okay, so that was 32 days. And when it's contingent, it's still active, so we don't know when that contingency took place. Okay, and then this one is first day on market, 400,000, 2,848 square feet, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It's bigger than it looks on the outside. Okay, but I want to see some closed and pending sales. So, good. Here's a closed sale. Okay, this is a good one. $420 was list price. It sold at $408 after 18 days. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It was in Yorktown. It was built in 2022. It's pretty cheap for new construction, $2,600. Let's check out this house. Nice looking house in Yorktown. So Yorktown is in Jinx. It's got a Jinx address, but it's in Bixby School District. Very popular subdivision. Okay, so closing costs, no closing costs were paid. But yeah, so that went under $12,000, which is 3%. We are going to wrap it up. We're at 36 minutes. So we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm not going to do Tulsa, or I guess I will. Tulsa, $292,000. Yeah, we need to do Tulsa. Patrick Henry. This is by the OU Tulsa Medical Center, like OU Tulsa campus. Cute house, but it's been on the market for a while. $294,000, 1,738 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1963. 127 days on market. $295,000, 6 days on market. Union. It's a cute house. Okay, I want to look at pending. One pending. 6 days on. Oh, the one we just looked at was pending. 6 days on market. Okay, at $295. Yeah, that was a cute house. All right, so go to close sell. Hey, wow. $319. Got it for $290. Until I dig down in the neighborhood and know comps, I can't know. But 17 days on market, so obviously, someone wasn't just taking. It's not a bad looking house. Interesting. Think this had to be overpriced, I think, but then it was also vacant, and so sometimes people are ready to sell. That's the thing. So if you want to get a home where you're going to pay less, it does need to be on a little bit more days on market. Let's look at one more closed sale. Okay, this had to be listed for $215 and went for $290. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna find out about that. That's crazy. Let's look at one more. Okay, this one was listed at $289, went for $290. You're in Midtown right here, 44 days on market. That's another thing, like sometimes location, so no closing costs were paid. You know, these people knew the location was great. You know, you're in Midtown and they were waiting out the price. So again, you've got to know the market, you've got to know the location, so all kinds of things can change. But I hope this helped you. You know, like I said, leave comments, let me know what data you want me to dig into, and I would be glad to do it. I hope that information was helpful. As always, you know, I appreciate it, and I already said this, but if you give it a like, if you put in the comments, you know, things that you would like me to dive deeper in, things you want to know, I would be glad to add it to my video list. I would be glad to add it in my monthly market reports. And if you're thinking about making that move to Tulsa, Oklahoma, investing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you just want a little bit more information, give me a call, give me a text, reach out. I'd love to talk to you and discuss your unique situation.